benefits. I'm part of your benefit plan, Amir.
Yeah,
If you actually did that, that'd be funny.
you gotta admit that.
Yeah, my name's Vincenzo Shaw. Vincenzo K. Shaw.
Kind of has a ring to it.
No, it doesn't actually. Vincenzo's not a fucking airport.
Why are you posting stuff?
I don't know. Kobe made me full screen.
I feel like you kind of tower over me.
Bondi Sports Network is live. Well, I got the notification.
You're lording, Bondi.
Lording?
Yeah, it's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Loading.
Lording, like acting like a lord.
Oh yeah, alright.
Stop.
Okay.
Alright.
Victor's not even on there.
I know, it's gonna be bad.
Alright, what team should I be? I wanna be fair. I'll be Detroit. We suck.
No, don't be bad with them.
Huh? You're the Spurs! Are you sure? They lost to the fucking Bears! They lost to the fucking Bears! That was funny. You talk about the Raiders. The fucking Raiders.
It's time for some hoops at Little Caesars Arena, home of the Pistons. And we're going to bring it to you live on 2K Sports. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony alongside, I'm Kevin Harlan at the table. And from the sidelines, it's our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. Sohan. And the dunk.
I got a lot of things to change right now. No, I gotta turn off.
Watching like 2K videos on how to beat a mirror.
No. Yeah. How to be a... Who would make those videos? What, a Sim? Alright, I had to turn off my light. And I'm gonna turn down the volume. Come on, Amir. I have to get the spa going. Alright, let's go.
By Sohan.
While he's a bit undersized for a forward, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Whoa.
Richard, one thing is for sure with these Spurs, a lot of top free agents have got to be looking at him now as a destination.
It doesn't take a lot of skill to see that Wemby is a different type of player. And look, if you are a free agent, that's the player that you want to look at to say, hey, can I team up with him and go on a string of championships?
Now, Cunningham. Harrison Barnes missing on the three. Cunningham left side. It's Thompson off the drive. Barnes grabs the miss. About a minute played so far here in the first. Pass to Paul. Barnes outside. And stolen by Thompson. Into the lane. And Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Over in the corner, Barnes. Shot on the wing. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Cunningham for three. Buries the long-range jumper. Cunningham's got 5 now.
And you see that one-motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
Here's Vassell. They get it back. And the dunk by Sohan.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
To Cunningham. And it's Vassell with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
Thompson outside. Back to Cunningham. Misses the three. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Vassell outside. Pass to Barnes. Kicks it out to Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They now take the lead.
Normally, Paul is looking to set up his teammates first and foremost, but he can still get his.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute. Now he's worried Chris Paul will take over the game, saying he's mentally beyond where most players have ever been. His ability to read the floor, make decisions, work the refs, call out teammates, he checks every box when it comes to leadership. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. I'll tell you, Richard, you watch Jeremy Sohan, he can really do it all.
Yeah, power forward by trade, who's even played point guard at times. He's a great defender and a team player. He's the kind of guy you win with.
Now, here's Cunningham. Harrison Barnes missing his initial. And Cunningham with the slam.
And the challenge defensively is to find Cunningham at all 3 levels. He can beat you at the rim. He can beat you from 30 feet out and everything in between.
Outside Hardaway. Cunningham outside. Jacks up a 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Tries from 16. It doesn't go for him.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Puts up a deep 3. Barnes grabs the miss. San Antonio trailing here. This one for 3. And the basket by Castle.
This is where we'll probably see Castle the most, creating opportunities with the ball in his hands.
Cunningham looking it over from downtown. And again, Cunningham missing. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Pass to Castle. Barnes the screen. The 3 ball. They grab their own miss. And it's in there. Sohan's got 6.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Cunningham's shot is off. Spurs leading by 4. The 3 from Barnes. Great defense that time from Durham. Here's the 3. The Pistons keeping it alive, a new 14. Out to Harris. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Thompson with the bucket.
If he develops a consistent 3-point shot in his first few years, Thompson's going to be scary.
That's a 2 from Barnes. Detroit with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Spurs lead by 1. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Now here's Schroeder. RJ, one league rule that has gotten a lot of attention. Carrying the basketball.
Oh, these guys carry the ball at a ridiculous rate. Even Allen Iverson used to do it, and then eventually he took it out of his game. But yeah, the referees could clean it up a little bit, I'll be honest.
Here's Paul. Vassell outside. Beasley with the rebound. The Pistons trailing. Lets it go from deep. And it's Schroeder missing. Vassell outside. Barnes outside. From outside the arc. That will not drop. Still looking for his groove. He's 1 of 6 so far from the floor. And now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And, of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect.
Good score. Wow, man, you have more fouls than me. Fucking crazy. Hey, I saw him play.
San Antonio leading. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that Bad Boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a hard-working town. Those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the Bad Boys.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Schroeder. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Has to be on
come on.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio.
Go out of bounds? Come on, that was a bad pass.
Here's Castle. Again, the miss by the Spurs. It's Beasley on the wing. Scoreless thus far. And he's good on the 3-ball. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Has to be Ambo. From 13. Rebound by the Pistons. Driving to the basket. And here's Schroeder. Here's Holland. Covered by Barnes. Beasley for 3. San Antonio with the ball. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. A shot by Champagny, no good. The Pistons shooting their first free throws of the game.
First personal foul.
First free throw is good. And the Pistons making a change here. And so he hits both. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Cunningham right side. Here's Holland. Beasley with a clean look. And the 3-ball is good. Beasley's got the lead up to 4 now for the Pistons.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Get down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Beasley outside. To the middle. Here's Holland. pass to Stewart.
Oh, come on.
Cunningham right side.
Wide open.
Clock at 4. A shot by Stewart with no one around. And Detroit again with the bucket. Spurs trailed by 6. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first half. And here's Barnes for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Barnes has got 7.
And there's a nice playmaking element to Castle's game, especially at 6'6".
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. .143 left to play here in the second quarter. Pistons leading by 3. Pass to Thompson. Back to Cunningham. Crafty move. And Cunningham with the slam.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, G.A. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Here's Paul, following the bucket by the Pistons. Shot by Champagny, no good. On the wing, Harris. Outside Hardaway. Five to shoot. Back to Harris. Pass to Hardaway. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And it's a 7-point Detroit lead.
That's more than enough space for him to get that shot up.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. San Antonio making a switch here. Here's Castle. He's got 5. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
They say the vertical is where Castle lacks a bit. Show me where it lacked there.
Pistons leading by 5. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Thompson left side. On the wing, Thompson. No good on the 3. Now Paul. To the paint. Here's Barnes. Some solid defense from Harris.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's Detroit up 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Cunningham with it. Barnes grabs the miss. Paul outside. To the inside. Barnes can't get it to go. Pistons leading by 5. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15 and 56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
A drive by Paul. Right wing. Here's Castle. A three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Back to Harris. Outside Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. To the right side. Launches it. Bangs home the trifecta. Hardaway's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pistons.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal. And that's how you lead a team, literally.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Pass to Duran. Out to Harris. Lets it go with the 3. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Harris up top. Tries again. Rebounded by the Spurs. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And it's Paul penetrating.
On the drive, Paul can be trouble, going right into the coverage just to get the whistle.
The Spurs shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
At the line for the Spurs.
And both free throws good from Paul.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Tobias Harris, over the course of his career, has played a lot at both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both of them. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Kevin, he's just a basketball player and a very, very good one.
I would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much. There's the steal.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick. And what good work there to get in the way of it.
This is something Castle has been working on, developing his long-range consistency.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And so Cunningham nails both of them.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Inside, Champagnie, the layup off target. Pistons leading by 5. Pass to Duran. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's just smart basketball right there, finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
And when you take a look at Jalen Duran, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Pass to Duran. Offline with his 3rd. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Substitution for your Pistons.
Yeah, I do that every time.
The Pistons leading. Now here is Harris. Still without a basket. Pass to Stewart. Back to Harris. And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Castle, first personal foul. 13 foul.
San Antonio on defense. Schroeder outside.
Paul's a pesky defender, no doubt about it.
And again, it's the Pistons missing. A minute 42 left in the 3rd. Unloads. The second effort. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pistons?
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And so Sohan nails both of them. Detroit leading by 3. Down low. Here's Duran. And good that time. Duran's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And the dunk by Sohan.
Chris Paul is always thinking pass first. He's so good at finding his teammates, especially when they're open.
Over to the wing. And here is Duran. 6 to shoot. Back to Stewart. And now in transition, it's Barnes. Here we go. And the dunk by Sohan.
Rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Here's Castle. Got it. Good job in the low post. Castle's got 5 points in the quarter.
I love that basket from Castle. Heady play from the rookie.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Pistons. They've led by as much as 10. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Pass to Duran. Out to Harris. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Substitution for your Pistons.
Just 4 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Champagny.
No!
And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
It's still any. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. San Antonio leading. Fires for 3. The offensive rebound. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Spurs?
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
Schroeder, left side. Here's Holland. Back to Schroeder. And he finishes nicely on the way.
The D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Paul. Pass to Castle. Barnes left side. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far. Pistons trailed by 3. Schroeder looking around. Rebounded by the Spurs. Ball outside. Here he goes. Lays it up off the glass. Now it's a 5-point San Antonio lead.
So shrewd and elusive on the drive. Once Paul sees an opening in the defense, this guy goes into attack mode.
Here's Champagny. Pass to Castle. And that one is hammered home.
All of Castle's hard work is paying off here. He just keeps finding ways to attack.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. For the Pistons, a moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. During that last break, I listened in to J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. Now, he preached the importance of patience down the stretch. Coach said, we're not going to get it all back at once. Let's take it one trip at a time. Make it simple, make it easy. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Pass to Castle. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Castle's got the lead up to 10 now for San Antonio.
That's a confident shot right there by the rookie. Castle wants to keep improving that part of his game.
It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
Spurs leading by 7. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Pass to Barnes. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And Detroit has possession. And they double up Cunningham. Harris. Yes, that goes in. Now just a 5-point San Antonio lead.
We're used to seeing Harris from the outside, but Tobias, he can step up. He's got the size to do some work down low.
Here's Barnes. Duran pulls it in. And the Pistons with possession. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Give me the ball. Throw the ball out of bounds. I would do it.
Here is Paul.
No, I wouldn't do it.
Pass to Castle.
All right, well, you can see it.
And here we go. Cunningham heading to the hoop. Moves back up. And Thompson with the nice bucket inside.
Monster points from Thompson. No fear in the big moment.
Here's Sohan.
Oh, Kevin, not a penny, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Here's Harris. Five on the clock. It's deflected. That's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Get the basketball.
Spurs leading by 5. Paul outside. .151 left in the fourth quarter. Castle misses.
You just gotta love watching a big man hustle on the glass. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
Thompson for 3. Here's Duran. San Antonio with the rebound. To the inside. Here's Champagny. And the bank shot is good. And now a 7-point San Antonio lead. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter. Cunningham for 3. Rebound by Sohan. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Pass to Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. It's Cunningham with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
The 3. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
Yes, sir. Cade Cunningham embracing the role of a leader.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Why would I foul?
Ball outside.
Oh my God.
34 seconds left in the fourth. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. And the Spurs lead by 7.
Stuck in the mud.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
And San Antonio has possession. And he commits the intentional foul.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
At the line for the Spurs.
He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Tim Hardaway Jr. Second personal foul.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 9.
Known for his strong defense, Castle is someone any coach would love to have. He is a hard-working rookie.
Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That pretty much do it.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Dennis Schroeder. Second personal foul.
And he makes the first.
At the line for the Spurs.
Both shots good from the stripe.
You didn't pick it. Or you said stop.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that'll do it, folks. So for...
Yeah, 15 minutes. Do I hit quit? Yeah, hit quit. You better be there. Are you there? No. Oh, you are there. Alright. You can be home. Alright. Still have the Heat. Alright. Next, watch it be the Pacers next. Alright. Alright. 3, 2, 1. No. Alright. Alright. One more time. No, I don't want you to play like that. Play with them. Alright. I think that's good enough. You got Mark Williams and Bridges. Alright, let me be a good team. Well. Okay. What? No, I didn't leave. Alright, one more time. You can't kill me fair. Alright. Alright, no, it's fair. Fire versus Amir. Oh, that's cool. I like that. No, I'm gonna wear something Amir likes. Where is it? Where is it? Bro, they don't have it in the game anymore? The orange jerseys. Alright. They should still have it in the game. It's like a throwback.
It's the Orlando Magic facing the Houston Rockets. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. From past the arc.
And the great shooters know when they got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Instead, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
Ah, we love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
Well, you aren't kidding.
Now Joseph, after Jalen Green's three-pointer that didn't go. Over Thompson. 5 to shoot. Shot by Joseph, no good.
That miss was caused by the defense. They were all over him.
Count that one from Van Vliet.
And count on Van Vliet to hit that three-point shot. He's an efficient scorer from beyond the arc.
Pass to Carter. From beyond the arc.
What did I do?
And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Outside, Green. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Oh, how about the agility from Green, finding a way to get to his spot despite the contact.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Wagner outside. And finish off by Wagner.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Green draws the double. The 15-footer. Joseph with the rebound.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
Wagner outside. Back to Banchero. Stolen by Thompson. Van Vliet left side. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's his first foul.
And still early in the period, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
Van Vliet outside. Clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is up and in. Van Vliet's got 5 points so far.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his size.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. A slow start here for Orlando in this 6-point game. Pass to Wagner. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Here's Houston now. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. Out to Brooks. From deep. Here's Şengün. Carter pulls it in.
Good job.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Get me wide open.
From deep. The Rockets pull it in. Well, there's a unique profile for Wendell Carter Jr. A tremendous rebounder and shooter, and now he's playing on a pretty good team, and he's a big reason why.
He sure is. Look, he's really big at 6'10", 270. All right, top 20 in the league in rebounding and effective field goal percentage. Can shoot the three. Great blend of size, skill, and toughness.
And the wide open shot from Green. Nailed from three-point land.
And because Green is able to blow past defenders, they guard against that, so he just stops on a dime and pops.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history, that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. For Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992. Jack went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player. The Magic trail by 9.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Caldwell Pope for 3. And the 3 ball is good.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
Here's Van Vliet. And it's sent back by Carter. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter.
Substitution.
1:19 left to play in the first. Another miss by Houston.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Here's Black. Here's Bitadze. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Jabari Smith picks one up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Magic shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
2 shots.
Working his way from scout to head coach, Jamal Mosley was a longtime assistant under Rick Carlisle. He has paid his dues, Coach.
Yeah, and Kevin, I really admire the guys that put in the time, as you say, pay their dues and get themselves ready for when they get the opportunity. There's a lot of outstanding younger coaches in this league, and Jamal Mosley's as good as any of them.
Yep, I would agree. Houston leading by 7. They kick it out to Green. Brooks outside. Houston gets it back. Van Vliet outside. Here's Smith. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, scouts have said Smith needs to get stronger, and maybe that's the case, but boy, he sure muscled that one in.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Oh my God.
They get it back. Pass to Bitadze. Here's De Silva. Şengün covering. Just 5 on the clock. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Rockets?
Well, yeah, early on, the mid-range jumpers have been an important part of their attack. They're going old school.
Pass to Şengün. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Caldwell Pope with it. Now Green defending. Now here's Anthony. Back to Caldwell Pope. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
And part of an overall effort for Kentavious going for higher percentage shots. That time working inside.
And here's Green outside. The rebound by Bitadze. The Magic trailed by 7. Banchero outside. To the wing on the left. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Outside Anthony. There's the 3. Shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Rockets leading by 7. Goes up to the stripe. Goes back up. And it's blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. Van Vliet wide open. It's so easy, Coach, to highlight the athleticism, but there's certainly a mental aspect to the game as well. I know you value that as a coach.
You can never, Kevin, overestimate how important intelligence is. I was in the NBA, or have been around the NBA for 30 years, and I have never seen one really good player who wasn't really smart.
Fuck you, cool guy. No, I ain't cool with that.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Pass to Smith. And it's Smith finishing it off.
And guys, we're going to see a lot of that from this young man. Smith right now, beasting.
The Magic trail by 12. Now Banchero. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
A clear look for Van Vliet. Banchero grabs the board.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Out left to the wing. 4 on the clock. Near the three-point line, it's Joseph. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Magic making a change here. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. It doesn't go in. He's 3 for 9 now and frustrated. And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, it's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars. The defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
In the corner, Smith with it. The Rockets again can't hit.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Carter. Kicks it out to Banchero. And the basket is good. Banchero's got 6.
And the paint is where you love to watch Banchero work. With his size and athleticism, he can attack so effectively inside.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
1:58 left for the first half of basketball. And he banks in the lane. Now just a 4-point Houston lead.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Carter down low. Outside, Joseph. Over to the left wing. And finished off by Banchero.
And what a strong finish from Banchero. His guys love when he throws it down.
And Şengün throws it down.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Outside for Caldwell Pope. Puts up a deep 3. Şengün with the rebound. Rockets leading by 7. There's 48 seconds left now here in the second. No one near Smith as he lets it go. They get it back, and he gets the bucket. Şengün's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear
almost instant.
Shot clock at 3. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And what a tool for Van Vliet to have. We know he is great driving it, so when he's using the pull-up, it's really effective.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Smith fires from way outside. And so it's Houston heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play.
Yeah, Colby's not here, but thank you for having me on. Actually, no, it's our channel, but yeah, SmackDown was okay. I watched all of it. Hopefully Raw's better. No Cena, so hopefully The Rock shows up on Raw. Probably not. I think Naomi versus Jade Cargill is like whatever. It's okay match. Like it's not nothing. It could be good. You never know. Or it could be DQ. So. The Randy Orton, RKO, and Nick Nolte, all this is probably the highlight of the night. Amir probably agrees. Are they gonna have a match? What the hell? Is it gonna be heel Randy? Because Randy was better as a heel according to Amir. Yeah, he was. But what am I gonna say? Yeah.
Good stream. Was fun talking SmackDown. Colby water cooler talk. I don't know where he went, but yeah, I give SmackDown like a 5 out of 10. The Randy Orton thing was cool, and the favorite's kind of stupid. Like it should have been.
Paul Heyman, you gotta be in my corner.
And I like the beginning. The ending was okay, but Randy Orton and Nick Aldis. But I didn't like the Kevin Owens match. Nick Aldis versus Randy Orton in WrestleMania. You can't make this shit. This is bad.
Jose Ramirez had 3 home runs.
Give Randy a real opponent.
Yeah, Amir's winning in fantasy.
See you on the bed.
Peace.
Take care. Have a good night.
Fuck Amir.
No, it ended.
I'm being Cal right now. Okay, resume.
Wait, who am I beating?
I don't even know who you're playing. In your league.
Jose Ramirez had 3 home runs.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh.
Oh, go Amir.
Jose Ramirez had 3.
Yeah, I wish I had one.
Jose Ramirez had 3 home runs.
I just had pitching.
I was getting pitching. He wasn't doing anything.
One block
Hey,
was.
you ready, fun?
Yeah.
Rockets leading by 7. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldrich.
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game is played more competitively, and talking trash is welcome. I had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. And that combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, DA. Thanks. Carries it from 3-point range.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
Wagner outside. Over in the corner, Banchero. Back to Wagner. Beyond the arc. A 3-pointer is right on target. Wagner's got 5 now.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. The Magic trailed by 7. Pass to Wagner. Back to Carter. Plays it up and banks it in.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. It's hauled in by the Magic. Now Banchero. 9 points in the game so far. Joseph, that's good.
3 points.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
And the numbers speak for themselves. Smith has been aggressive and effective all night.
For three, Caldwell Pope. It's rebounded by Şengün.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Pass to Banchero. Back to Carter. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple. Rockets leading by 4. Smith with it. Picked up by Joseph. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Boy.
And as a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, we get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, you travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. We stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants to talk to his guys. So it's both teams making substitutions here. A little under 2.5 minutes on the clock now here in the third. Outside Holiday. In the corner, Tate with it. Thompson is double. Houston moving it around. Pass to Whitmore. Another miss by Houston.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
And Thompson sends it back. Harris outside. Off target from three-point range. Houston leading by 6. Here's Whitmore. The good-looking shot from the wing. Orlando with the ball. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Whitmore throws it down.
Oh, man. When Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
And here's Anthony from the arc. Good D by Holiday. We've got 1:28 left in the third. It's up a 3. Tate, no good. The Magic trailed by 10. Out to the right wing. Adams brings the double team. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
1:09 left to play in the third. Isaac misses. And here's Houston. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Pass to Thompson. Fires the 3. Shoots the three. Rebound by the Magic. And here is Harris. No scoring in this one. The Magic again can't hit. Fires for three. And that one's good. Whitmore's got the lead up to 13 now for the Rockets.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Tate. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Isaac outside. Here's Anthony. The shot, no good. And so it's the Houston Rockets looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Everything's fallen into place, and we'll see if they can keep it going. We'll return. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Magic, trailing by 13. Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a three-point play.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
It's for money.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Rockets.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Banchero. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet at the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Whitmore. A three-pointer off the mark. The Magic trailed by 10. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
And he's going to be a consistent scorer when he can get those shots to fall. Defense has to do a better job against Banchero inside.
Wasted no time on that one.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
Yeah, look, they've shown great resolve to work their way back into this one, but they're not done yet. They're going to have to grind it out.
Pass to Holiday. Lets it go with the three. Good on the triple. Holiday's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Vitadze. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And Thompson throws it down.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
There's Vitadze. Banked in off the glass.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Pass to Holiday. This one for three. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. The Magic trail by 8. Outside, Joseph. Back to Banchero. Gets in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
And this is what everyone wants to see. Banchero is attacking without hesitation on the offensive end.
Stolen by Joseph. And oh, here we go. Joseph's got it. The fast break chance.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He has decided it's the right time to talk. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Ime Udoka's huddle. He told his guys to max it out on the three. If those shots aren't coming, then we need to move on. There are other looks for us out there. We want some diversity in those shot attempts, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Yeah, he's been a beast on the glass. A monster night for him.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
The three. Şengün with the rebound. Rockets leading by 7. Brooks feeling it out a bit. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
So it's the Rockets now. From deep, Green. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. Joseph with the ball. Picked up by Van Vliet. Carter outside. The Magic again can't hit.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
On the wing, Green. It's hauled in by the Magic. One-on-one fast break. For three, Caldwell Pope. Drops in the tray.
Every time they pull me back.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Houston. 6-point lead. .127 left to play in the final quarter. Brooks misses. Joseph with the ball. Picked up by Van Vliet. And Carter has it in the corner. Shoots a three.
Oh, Wendell!
Green with the rebound. Rockets leading by 6. Pass to Smith. Shot from 16. Here's Şengün. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Orlando with the ball. 9-point game. Another miss by Orlando. Green left side. Got a piece of it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Şengün. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside, Joseph. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Şengün.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
Double digits for him on the glass. He's getting it done.
He hits the first one, and that will push the lead to double digits.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks' game. He can play a specific role for you, or he could be a high-usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
And that one's good, Wagner. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
And so Van Vliet nails both of them.
No doubt, that just about seals it.
Stop. What?
So we see Houston taking the W here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean,
One more? One more.
What's up,
guy? You. You're not Whisper. You're not Whisper.
There's no series.
There is no series.
I'll play one more.
Alright. Invite friend. Who's friend?
Bonnie played a Valiant with the
Valiant. Alright, you know I want to redeem myself with the Nuggets. Alright, your road.
Stop. No, come on.
I think it's fair.
How is it fair?
Alright, redo. It's gonna land on the Heat, isn't it?
Stop.
Alright,
I can deal with this.
that's fair. I can wear the rainbows.
I'll get fair. I fucking have the only best player I have is
Where is it? There we go. Oh, why?
no, it's not the Mavericks.
Look, it's rainbow.
That's ugly too.
It's not gay. It's before, it was designed before rainbows were gay. It's Irish.
The Mavericks are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline.
Wasting no time, drawing first blood.
Well, you look at these role players the Mavs have, Clark, they've done a great job.
They really have, Kevin. I mean, the front office identified who the players were that could best play with their core stars. Needed defenders and guys that could catch and shoot the three. They went out and loaded up the roster with those perfectly fitting role players.
Thompson from long range. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Gordon a screen. From deep, Jokic. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, Jokic is such a terrific decision maker. He's brilliant in his skill level, but he also has great vision as a passer.
and he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
And so here's Denver, following the score by Dallas.
Imagine the Mavericks get the boost pick.
Outside Gordon.
So bad, man.
Just 5 on the clock. And Davis sends it back.
Got to be careful putting up a shot around Anthony Davis.
Stolen away. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. He's looking for Porter and finds him. Kicks it out to Gordon. Takes the 3. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Dinwiddie for 3. The second effort. And it's Gafford laying it in. Gafford's got 6.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
In the corner, Murray with it. Gordon inside. On the clock. Murray, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Pass to Washington. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Checking in the game for your Nuggets.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Dinwiddie outside. Shot clock at 5. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Dinwiddie to the right side. A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. Oh, good with the triple. Like we were just talking, P.J. Washington has improved his defense, hasn't he?
He really has been intentional about getting better at that end of the floor. And, you know, he always had a good foundation for potentially being an outstanding defender, but then he put the work in. You know, he does a great job with his positioning. He's got excellent positional size, and because of all of that and his work, he's a versatile defender now that can make an impact at that end of the floor.
And, well, when you let the shot clock run down that far, that's the kind of shot you're going to end up with.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. It's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report. Trains the three-pointer.
Immensely confident in his game. Murray doesn't think twice about pulling the trigger from deep, nor should he.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to
It
stretch
just
the
favors
floor.
the offense.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
And we have a timeout called by Michael Malone. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about.
Every time.
The Nuggets trailed by 3. Westbrook drives in. In the corner, it's Gordon. The Nuggets with another miss.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
A finish off the break.
You know, I really like seeing this from Murray. Looking to get his open teammates involved. Being a willing passer is impressive to his teammates.
And Denver has possession. Here's Jokic. Outside Gordon. Launches it. They get the rebound. And it's Jokic missing. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Mavericks. From the arc, Westbrook pulls it in. Nuggets trail. And here's Jokic. The kick out to Westbrook. On the wing, Murray. For 3. He can't get that one. And here are the Mavericks now. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Dinwiddie for 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Murray. Back to Westbrook. Gordon deciding where to go with it. And stolen by Thompson. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Mavericks lead by 1. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Here's Najee. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Mavericks leading. And though the Nuggets have some excellent outside shooters, Clark, they've been more prolific inside the arc the last couple years.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, they were an extreme example of that, Kevin. First in the league in 2-point attempts, and then dead last, almost dead last, in 3-point attempts. Not what most people would think when looking at the Nuggets. Smart move from the big man to get rid of it there. The defense was closing. Davis let it go.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. And again, Denver no good. Mavericks leading by 7. Pass to Thompson. Lets it fly from 18. Will not go. This is off the front iron. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Excellent job that time by Westbrook. Spots a weakness and then burst right to exploit it.
Here's Thompson driving the lane. And Thompson throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Big group substitution here for Denver. The Nuggets trail by 7. On the wing, Murray. Right side, Porter. And there's the call. It's on Spencer Dinwiddie. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Gordon. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Here's Brown. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Mavericks leading by 7. Thompson outside. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Thompson's got 5 points in the quarter.
With his strong shot mechanics, these long-range shots tend to look easy for Thompson.
And the Mavericks with possession. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Well, there's no question, and he welcomes this, that Anthony Davis shoulders a heavy load on the defensive end.
And he should, and he does. I mean, he's a true anchor. He protects the rim. He can guard out on the perimeter. He communicates well. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. And he's a guy that can cover up a lot of mistakes from his teammates.
The 3 from Davis. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Pass to Brown. Outside Gordon. They need this. And another miss by Denver. How about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball? The Nuggets trailed by 13. Left side, Porter. The Nuggets with another miss. And so here is Dallas. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. From deep Washington. Denver grabs the miss.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Pass to Gordon. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Thompson. Oh, Thompson, tough shot.
You know, sometimes you forget about how big Clay is as a guard. I mean, he can take a hit and still finish shots down low.
And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
That's a Joker shot. On the field.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Jordan with it. Guarded now by Marshall. Murray looking around. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Hey, Jordan, to go.
Screen by Jordan. A three-pointer is right on target. Murray's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Cannot let Murray get comfortable with that jump shot, guys. I mean, his stroke is as pure as it gets.
1:36 left in the first half. To the inside. Lively.
Oh, come on.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Uncovered. Marshall can't hit.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Alden. David.
Hey, Kevin, it's a cliche, but the Nuggets certainly have strong value. Coach Michael Malone says, open and honest conversation. That's the best way to have a real team. We talk about family a lot in our locker room. Families don't always get along, but they have to communicate. All the guys that are willing to speak up, that's invaluable. Kevin?
Can't put a price on it, David. Thank you.
Boy, and that's a big deal for Westbrook, because when he starts to knock down shots from distance, it really opens up his full bag of attack mode offense.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Watson. Got a hand on it.
Foul.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Offline with his 3.
Oh, you go.
The Nuggets trailed by 11. Pass to Brown. Jordan with it. Jacks up a 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. That'll do it for the first half. The Mavericks on top. They're up by 11. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena.
20 rebounds.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
You know, it's clear that Gordon is one of the best dunkers in the game, always looking to bring the thunder.
Over in the corner, Marshall. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Marshall's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Pass to Lively. Here's Christie. From deep. Another 3 for Dallas.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And we have a timeout called by Michael Malone. He wants to talk to his guys.
No.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Here's Murray. 8 points for him. Jordan looking it over. Gordon a screen. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Pass to Marshall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now here's Williams.
Boy, the determination on defense is pretty impressive from Murray. Really doing his best to pester the shooters.
Jordan with it. Williams picks him up. And Jordan gets it to go.
Hey.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Here's Christie. Going inside.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Jordan with the steal.
MVP.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand. He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
The Nuggets have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Outside Gordon. Outside Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Brown. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Releases. Dallas again missing.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And here's Porter. Back to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
There's a reason why Jordan's a high percentage shooter. Shooting percentage a function of the kind of shots you get. He opts mainly for dunks.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
DeAndre Jordan dunking over midgets. All right. Charge. Yeah. Oh, Kobe went live on this thing.
Both teams changing it up here.
I'm gonna just say hi in Kobe's chat.
Wait, is he like on stream or just?
No, he's on YouTube. Last name right. I just typed hi.
What's up, Vinny? How you doing? Sorry, I left the start buying the plane or what?
Alright, just want to support Kobe.
I wanted to say hi. What the fuck? It's 2 letters.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter.
Oh my god, Jokic is in? Fuck.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Over Murray. Offensive rebound. Gafford. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And you know, Clark, you look at the switch the Mavericks hit last year. This is a team that has certainly bought in.
It's pretty clear, Kevin. They believe in their coach, and they know they can make it to the finals now. They look to empower one another. They play as more than the sum of their parts, that's for sure. A well-oiled, cohesive group. Boy, I like the confidence here. Gordon is excellent at realizing when he has room to shoot, even before he has the ball. That's what we call seeing a play ahead.
Back to Dinwiddie. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Dinwiddie's got 9 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And it's Gordon missing.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
Dallas leading by 13. Now Dinwiddie. He's got 9. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. 4th team foul.
And so it's Dallas with it. In the corner, it's Martin. Puts up a 3.
You know, on defense, Porter's quickness pays dividends, not to mention his length and agility. He's able to stay all over the shooter.
In the corner, it's Westbrook. On the wing, Gordon. He has 7. 6 to shoot.
What's I'm going to do right now?
Outside, Porter shoots over Washington. And the basket by Gordon. 9 points in the game so far.
Yeah, great hustle from Gordon using his patented vertical to sky up for the board.
Dinwiddie for 3. Pass to Washington.
Shot.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Right side, Porter. He got it up. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. Their lead at 11.
The Mavericks. 43.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Dallas leading by 11. Now here's Dinwiddie. Outside, Martin. Here's Gafford. The jumper's good from inside 6 feet.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
Well, he enjoys deflating the opposition with those extra possessions.
Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Brown's shot is off. Here's Christie. A 3-pointer, no good. The Nuggets trailed by 13. Here's Jordan. Plays it up and banks it in.
Well, the paint is Jordan's home turf now. He moves and shoots with real confidence inside.
There's a screen by Washington. Dinwiddie. And stolen by Watson.
You can do the hands up. You can go the clock.
And the foul called on P.J. Washington. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Everyone's going to get the hard.
Murray for 3.
Dinwiddie does a nice job as a defender because he's got such a good motor and stays active in bothering shots.
Pass to Christie. Right wing. From deep Washington. Drills the
Oh my God, man.
three-pointer. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Jordan the screen. 5 on the clock. Back to Murray. Three-pointer. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Nuggets making a switch here. Mavericks leading by 14. On its way from Dinwiddie for 2. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
I want to see more of this from Dinwiddie. I mean, these are the shots he should be taking.
On the wing, Gordon. The 3. That one, no good. Here are the Mavericks now. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Outside, Martin. Off target with his 3. Jokic with it. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Gafford. And the call up against Jokic. That'll be his second foul of the game.
His second personal foul. First team foul.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Martin wide open. He fires. Sinks the triple. Martin's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here.
Oh.
And the Nuggets making a change here. The Nuggets trailed by 19. Here's Jordan. Driving in. Foul call. That he didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws.
That's his second personal foul.
An incredible 6'11" athlete. DeAndre Jordan tries to own the rim on both ends. It's his airspace when he's out there.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Clark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injury. They are consistently tough.
Records that no one ever produced.
Mavericks with the rebound.
Don't superstar call.
Here's Christie. That 3 off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
Fearless against the contact, Jordan ignores the foul, just plays through it and focuses on trying to get the shot.
The first one falls. No good on the second free throw.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference.
Martin with the bucket.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Whoa.
Jordan left side. 5 to shoot. Puts up a deep 3.
Bang!
A rebound by Washington. Dallas with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a golly win for the Mavericks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
.50 seconds left left to play here in the fourth. Jordan can't get that one to fall.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And the three ball is good.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Dinwiddie with it, out guarded by Murray. 17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Dinwiddie right side. And that's an intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this game is over, and they're the only ones who don't realize that.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
He hits the second from the line. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 24. Guys, what do you think?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
Jokic. Oh, fucking Jordan's inbounding. Come on.
Over to the left wing.
It's cold.
To end the run. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here.
That's the end of the game.
Yeah.